CEO of Premier Body Armor, and I want to tell you a little bit about who I am, where I come from, and really the opportunities that I've had in my life. So I was born and raised in Barranquilla, Colombia, South America. When you think of Barranquilla, you can think of Sofia Vergara, you can think of Shakira, probably some of the most beautiful women in the world, right? They come from Barranquilla. Born and raised there, went to school there. Early on, I got drafted into the Colombian Army, which it was really a privilege to serve in the armed forces. In 1982, I came to the U.S. I came to Gaston College, small community college, where I met my wife, actually. Moved on to UNC University of North Carolina in Charlotte and graduated in 1986. The craziest thing is that I got married the Sunday after I graduated. I knew that if I went back to Colombia, I probably wouldn't come back. This was just kind of what my destiny was. 3 kids. The oldest one's 31 years old. Had an amazing life, more blessed than I can possibly explain. Started early on as a machinist. I remember going to work part-time and deburring parts and putting my hands in oil and running a saw and then learning an engine lathe and a turret lathe. It's kind of crazy stuff. Learned to master at Bridgeport. Then I moved on to a CNC milling and turning and ultimately to quality. And the funny thing is that all those things, I didn't realize why all this stuff was happening. It was just leading me into really starting from the bottom, starting from zero. My wife and I lived in a trailer when we got married. So, God has opened a huge amount of doors for us, blessed our lives in more ways than we can imagine. When the war in Iraq started, or a little bit before, we started doing defense work. And we had a different business, ultra machining fabrication, and we did a tremendous amount of work. We built MRAPs. I mean, we grew a business from one, where I was a guy that did the selling and then rode the forklift and made the parts, to about 450 people. And we were working 24/7 around the clock. It was crazy times. Every single day, we worked for an American warfighter. We knew that everything that we were working on would ultimately save our Americans overseas. So it kind of got in our blood, it kind of became, this is a 24/7, and there was no December 24th, December 25th, January 1st, there was no vacations. We were totally zeroed in on the mission. And it was amazing. It was an amazing time in my career. Then I started a company called Ultra Armoring. And we started armoring vehicles, actually for the government. So US SOCOM, we won a big contract, imported 268 Toyota Land Cruisers from overseas. We armored them completely and delivered them in 11 months. Something that's never been done before. A great achievement. I was surrounded by a great team of people. So don't think for a moment that I did this on my own. I was fortunate enough to surround myself with an amazing team of engineers, designers, and just really hardworking people. And all along this, my career life has been surrounded by just helping, saving lives, right? So about 7 years ago, I started thinking, okay, so we did a shift. I really wanted to, business ended, the entire business cycle ended, and I wanted to do something more here in the US. And we started thinking of the police officers and armor, and how could we help protect them? All the engineering experience, all the things that we did in my previous life with armor, steel armor, bending armor, all these things that I learned, we ended up actually creating the thinnest, lightest, only multi-curve plate, SAPI curve plate in the marketplace. We actually got a patent for it, production patent for it. And so we went out all gung-ho, man, with a factory making this place, thinking that we're just gonna change the world, right? Well, It didn't happen. We sold a lot of these things, but every police department said, hey, so what else do you sell? You sell vests? You sell all these other things, right? So we started growing the business and moved into more of the soft body armor, which was really what is more used every single day by law enforcement. And of course, the civilian population didn't stay behind. Heck, I'm a civilian. I love body armor. I love guns. This is my life. I'm like, if we're gonna do this for the police departments, we need to do this for the civilian population as well. So, we started, kind of joined really two friends of mine who were starting a plant in Miami, and I joined them, and we have grown our Miami operation into something pretty special, So why Miami? People ask me all the time, hey, why Miami? Well, Miami's kind of the gateway for South America. So we do a lot of business in South America. We sell a lot of vests and stuff, in other countries. So it was easy access for there. I live in North Carolina though. I don't want to live in Miami. I live in North Carolina. So we do all the fulfillment and everything out of North Carolina. Along the way, over the last 7 years, we have grown the business. We have grown it from not only concealed vests and external vests and blade carriers, but actually a lot more useful things. Like a laptop case. What the heck? When did you ever think of having a laptop case that was bulletproof? Well, guess what? We had it. To the craziest product as a bulletproof koozie. We call it a camp cooler. It's kind of silly. Who needs a bulletproof koozie? Well, guess it's awesome. It's an awesome little product. So even a bulletproof wallet, actually, heck, show you off. I carry one. Why do I need a bulletproof wallet? Well, I need a wallet. It's cool that it's bulletproof. So, along the way, we have become this company that, when you think body armor, any kind of body armor, we want you to think Premier. We want to be able to be that company that serves, that makes you feel not only good about owning a product, but safe. So, we live in a very difficult world right now. We would be lying to ourselves if we think that we live in the safest environment. We don't. It's just the life that we're living right now. And, so we want to prepare people. We want to educate people. We want to take this whole negative thing about body armor and make it normal. You need to be prepared. You only get one chance. At the end of the day, you only get one chance. So I'm super excited about where we are in our business, where I am in my life. I have opportunity to work with my son. He's been working with me for a long time. And actually, January 1st, he became the president of the company. Super talented guy. I'm now really and truly enjoying my job. Where I don't really have to worry about day-to-day operations. I don't have to worry about day-to-day successes, but actually get to put in my 2 cents worth when they need it. And I'm just watching the company explode, take it to another level, and super thankful to be where we are today. Now, what's in it for the future? I don't know. They're creating the future. Alex and his team are creating the future for the company. I'm just gonna help them along the way and just enjoy it. Listen, there's a lot of pride in that. It's a lot of pride to work with your kids. It's a lot of pride to see them grow. It's a lot of pride to have started something and leave a legacy. But ultimately, we love this whole idea of protecting families, of people feeling safe. There is a sense of empowerment, of a safety net when you wear, some type of body armor. It's just a mental thing. It puts you in a different state. So we want to do that. We want to do that for every single person that comes to us. We're not going to win every business. We're not going to win everybody. But if you want to know about body armor, ask us. We'll help you. If you buy from a competitor, that's great. That's great. We don't have a problem with that. We want you to be educated about body armor. So at the end of the day, You know, I'm older now. I'm really not there every day to work, things like that. I'm enjoying some of the cool fruits of, hey, I love my tequila. You know, my favorite drink. I like it neat. You know, share with me a drink sometime. Let me know. Do a little video, something. Say, hey Frank, this is for you. I will appreciate it. So I'll have this tequila for all our friends and all our customers.